Hello again. You'll notice we no longer have the bat here, and that's because I realised that there's actually a way to disable the chat window now. There's like a little X like down here. Just click on that, and to bring it back up you just press enter, but obviously I don't want to do that because, you know, that's why I closed it. It's the reason that the bat was here to cover the chat, but if we don't have to, nice. Alright, so we'll sort this one, we'll go to the mountain region first. What's it you'd like to know? My main concern was confirming the state of the road ahead. As I recall, to reach Okapatra, we depart from the Arch of Dawn and take the road west at the first fork. Should we be wary of anything along the way? It is indeed the way to Okapatra. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you I'll be doing a lot more stumbling than walking. But do take heart. When it comes to rugged terrain, we have a dependable solution available. Come with me. I'd like to talk to you in good time, friend Hanu. Meanwhile, you can eat and drink your fill at Zbalyav TA. It's all been arranged. So we can't just pick up both quests and then sort them one at a time. Fair enough. I'm just going to dump these in here. I do need to get rid of them, but I can worry about that later. May I introduce to you our most dependable companion, the alpaca. These animals can traverse Okapatra's steep mountain trails as they were gentle fields, all while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants would be lost without them. So they felt the same niche as our chocobos back home. Don't have alpacas in Eorzea? Alpacas are native to Yogg-Toral. Eorzea has its chocobos and the Eastern Lands have their horses. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack beast? Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack beast in a place which ill suits its qualities? Not needed anyway. Must we ride these little monsters? I get the impression you aren't fond of alpacas. I was small, being a bit naughty, went around pulling on their wool, and then spat on me. It was the foulest stench you can imagine. I see. Would they like to ride? Alpacas are bred as mounts. Alpacas bred as mounts are inquisitive and docile. Even those without experience find them easy to handle. Really doing this then? So, was my information useful to you? Yes, very helpful. Even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good. I'll take my payment then. You want me to pay you? Guess if I should have expected as much from a fellow merchant. See what I have on me. The Pelopello value the act of spreading joy through trade, as you should know. They take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. Here you go. Fair price for your fair advice. Yes, I made a trade with a third promise herself. My friends will never believe this. I should be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. Off you go then, and thank you. Get spit on again. Brought that on yourself. Remain calm and gentle, and so will they. I'm not happy about this. But if we need to ride alpacas to reach Urkopacha, then that's what we'll do. I was a bit worried for a second then that I left my microphone muted. And I'm glad I didn't. It was a bit foggy.
Turali poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea. Indomitable and eternal, it arises from Urkopacha, the 100 peaks of time. Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty. Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawn Serpent, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
So this is Urkopacha. I've never actually been here before.
The air is so crisp and clear.
Mountains everywhere you look.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som-Al.
That is Workor Sormor, the tallest mountain in Yogg-Tural. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Oh? Do tell.
Where to begin?
Excuse me, but you're Wuk-Lamat, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's promise here of all places. But I should introduce myself. I am Bol Nok, a weaver by trade.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on our way to Wat Bello.
Oh, truly, I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
It's an Urkopacha specialty, a spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool. They did offer me a discount, though, so it wasn't a bad deal in the end. But listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels. Oh, silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say. Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, Third Promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
I gather from his tale we would be foolish to underestimate Pelu merchants.
Yes, they do more than run the markets in Tuliyollal. Pelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas. They are effusive and engaging speakers, and many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
I feel like they will. She's gonna spend so much.
Watchun Pello's down the path. Off the main road. Don't get lost.
It's right there.
Getting lost, didn't you? Just gonna run off up that hill. So we've got some striking dummies. This is it. Watchun Pello, home of the Pello Pello. Local match will arrive before us. Yeah, there she is. That's not good. All this way for the right of succession? Oh! Seems I'm exchanging words with the future Dawn servant. Please. Outcome is far from decided, but it's a possibility. How fortunate then. And I deal in cloaks woven from especially luxurious alpaca wool. Such a garment would look magnificent when draped over the shoulders of our budding ruler. And the nation's ruler should dress her best for her adoring people, yes? Finery for our finest lady, that's right. Come, third promise, my well-stocked shelves are but a few steps away. Finest lady? I like the sound of that. Alright. Suppose I'll quick look wouldn't hurt. Did we just talk about? Ervil, what did you... Ah, Shatona from the far-off Zaktural. Northern winters are bitterly cold affairs, I'm told. Can't imagine how you survived without a lovely warm cloak of quality alpaca wool. No thank you, I'm not in need of new clothes at the moment. Neither is the third promise. Perhaps another time. Of course, my shop's doors are always open. That look. You're saying something about not being easily charmed. It's just... As I mentioned previously, the Pello people live for bringing happiness through trade. They won't cheat you or sell you defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of phrase, and unwitting customers like Wuklamat fall prey to this affable approach time and time again. Your only recourse is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter should you make your disinterest plain. A valuable insight into the minds of the Pello Pello. I'll take Erenville's words of caution to heart. Not my finest moment, I'll admit. But now we're here, let's do what we came to do. Find the Elector. Allow me to propose a strategy then. Krile, Alize and I will speak to the merchants. Wuklamet, you and Erenville might try approaching the travellers and passers-by. I may pre-investigate any other establishment which catch your eye. If you learn aught of use, let's relate to the third promise. I don't know why, but part of me is feeling like they're going to be trying to like advertise the coffee. Old servant selector? Ah, I thought you were a new face in town. You have the right of succession, I take it. Me? I don't care so much who sits on the throne, so long as they keep Tural peaceful. If they're not to be in the mood to relax and sip our excellent mezcal, and arrows and spears start flying, if you know what I mean. Speaking of which, would you like a cup? The joy shared is a joy doubled, I say. I'm okay, thanks. Oh, right. Yes, you were talking about the Elector business. Being but freshly returned from my trading route, I've heard there's a contest afoot, but not much else. Our head ledger, Topley, might be able to tell you more about it. Jobley? I'm not sure. One of the two. Ooh, gemstone shredder. I wonder if they'll sell anything now. They probably won't. Let me click that. They might not because I haven't actually. Okay, never mind. I guess we can trade them. I was going to say it might not let us because we've not actually done any fairs here, but... Electors? Oh yes, I've heard all about the right of succession. Looking to put a new ruler on the throne, eh? Personally, I'm rooting for Zoralja. The first promise wins, he'll look to expand our sphere of influence. That means access to more resources and more customers. In thousands, Colin, potentially. So many new trade opportunities to spread happiness far and wide. Others have been coming around to my way of thinking, so I've begun crafting goods inspired by the resilient sun. Did you care to purchase something? No, I would not. Very well. You said you wanted to know about the Elector? I could help you, but I won't. I can tell you're no supporter of Zoralja, or his policies. But what a but. Hi Mablu, do you have a question for me? Yeah, do you know anything about the Elector? Sorry, I don't know about any Electors. You should take a moment to see about our prized alpacas before you leave, though. Oh, be sure to admire them from a respectable distance. Get too close now, nervous darlings might be tempted to spit on you. That stuff stinks. It happened visiting buyer, not visiting buyer. Visiting buyer not so long ago. Totally. That's the head rancher. He was so mad at me for not giving a proper warning. One makes a mistake without totally noticing. He knows everything that happens on my ranch. Now we come out up here. We're not in the city. Yes. It is my time. They have to watch yourself around these silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of Mexico. A stack of blankets. And it was those enchanting ornament. Anyway, I did manage to learn that Topley is a man to talk to about the contest. If only they'd share where this head ledger of theirs is to be found. Really? He's also the head rancher? Well, the Alpaca Ranch is not far from here, so we'll pay a visit before the others return. Oh, please keep your distance. Come on. You don't want them to spit on you. It's a lot of alpacas. Still, we know the head ledger could be here somewhere. Well, I fear to tell me. Not to say that I'm scared, of course. A smile. Excuse me. Is one of these workers Tubbly? Tubbly? Oh yes, he likes to mingle with the wrench hands and keep an eye on things. Can't tell you which one he is though. You can't? It's just part of the contest. All I can say is that Tubbly often mentions his favourite pungent subject. He also can't resist a profitable trade, though who among us could? Am I right? Still, if you bring him a very good deal, he might let his identity slip. So it's like a game. Easy enough. All I have to do is offer Tubbly a deal he can't ignore. No problem at all. Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone we think might be Tubbly. Let's ask some questions now down the field. Great. With me back here when we share our impressions. Come on up to them. It's just gonna get spat on. Well, obviously I'm not Tubbly. I mean, that. I meant to find out for yourself who Tubbly is, or an elector even in the village, or if an elector is even in the village at all. Good luck. A visitor from across the salt, if I'm not mistaken. Be warned, the alpacas will spit if you startle them. Just keep your movements slow and deliberate. Think I might be Tubbly? Well, maybe I am. All I will say that, in this village, none have reared more alpacas than I. Got that head ledger in a heartbeat, you'll see. Am I Tubbly? Yes. Yes, that's me. Excellent work from the third promise in our entourage. Sharp instincts. Do you recommend the right of succession then? We're both done with our interrogations. So, what do you think it is? I have my suspicions, but let's hear your pick. I feel like it might be the diligent one. Workers so intent on stable chores. I may on that one too. Time to rip off the mask of our mystery ranch hand, so to speak. You know it's you, Tubbly. And to prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for your confirmation of your true identity. An offer I will gladly accept. As you have correctly guessed, I am indeed Tubbly, head ledger of the Watchroom Pellu, head rancher of the family ranch. I am also one of Gulud Jurjar's chosen electors. Aha! Place featured as Tuliola's saga, just as we thought. I was right to trust in your instincts. I wager this won't be the last time. Found you out fair and square, Tubbly. And I'm glad she did. It would have been pity had her bid ended here.
Deducing the Dunservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
Right. Not hard at all. Zorolja,
I am told the head ledger, Tobli, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobli. That's part of the test.
You're Tobli.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed. With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge. Per the Dawn Servant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered the number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one. You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Bring out the example!
The example.
This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, Third Promise?
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said. Ah! The little monster spat on me! Ah, oh, that stinks. I can't.
One shot.
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Wild valley braid like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with the catching. The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge. And when you reach the end of the ride, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas. But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
Are you all right, Orclamart? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
Scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
We're not allowed to participate in the capture of it. I suppose we'd be making sure nothing else approaches, maybe? Gotta wash that nasty stuff off my face. I think I got all of it. But would you mind taking a sniff of for me, just to be sure? It just ruined my sense of smell. Hey, I saw that look. As Orclamart helped to demonstrate, the Valley Alpaca are wary of people. Getting close enough to catch one is not an easy task. You warned me about that earlier. I've enough trouble with tame alpacas. How do you expect me to wrangle a wild one? With the proper saddle, we'll infuse the leather with a relaxing scent that soothes the spitting beast. Wonderful. Give me one of those then. Have you perchance forgotten that we are a clan of merchants? For the taming saddle, you need to find a saddler and make an offer. Won't come cheap, of course. Crafting a saddle will cost you equivalent of 10 pel in the 1,000 gold. Maybe 10,000 pel? You have that kind of coin? Waiting to kill that comes to around 1 million or so. If we all pitch in. No, this is my feat to accomplish. Wouldn't feel right about having others pay the cost. I'll find the money somehow. In that case. A basket of wool is worth the sum you paid me earlier. 1 pel. In the hundreds column. Beginning with the wool, you can trade even more valuable goods until you have something suitable to bargain with for the sale. It's a nice gesture, but do you think I can turn 100 pel into 1 million? 10,000 times more. Need 10,000 pel, not 1 million. Looking to get 100 times more. Oh, right. I panicked. I got it confused with Alphinaud's Million Gil. Not sure about this trading idea. You almost talked into buying a cloak you didn't need moments after you arrived. I hate it when you're right. Let me help you with your deal making. Oh, hello again, Mablu. I work here as a ranch hand, but also learned a lot about the peddler profession. It's alright if I ate them now, yes? I guided claimants towards the first step of the feat like you asked. As long as Wooklamette goes alone to capture her alpaca, she's free to accept assistance from whomever she likes. Hooray! Let's see if I can get you that saddle and third promise. I don't know why you made your offer, but could use an ally with a beak for bargains. Welcome aboard, Mablu. Should the rest of us stay behind, perhaps? It'd be easier to haggle over the prices without so many voices chiming in. Yes, stay here and pitch in with the ranch work. With Mablu gone, I need extra hands to tend to the alpacas. Gladly, although... Sammy, I think you should go with Wooklamette. You've seen the markets and bazaars the world over. Surely you have sage advice to share. Case? You should also hold on to the alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or soiled in some way, you'll have nothing to bargain with. As if I'd do such a thing. But I'll leave the wool with Sammy anyway. You better keep my hands free. Again, I suggest we trade in the wool to Havli, saddler. He won't agree to the deal, of course. Give us an idea of how much he'll accept for his wares. Oh, it's going to be like trade this for this, then this for this, then this for that, then that for this. We're going to bounce around up everywhere in here. I can do for you. Come to bargain. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca. A saddle is it? And how much will you be paying for it? With this basket of fine alpaca wool. Used as a saddle maker have for wool. Besides, this would barely cover the cost of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want. And what might that be? Mezcal. I like to nurse a cup at the day's end while I inspect my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff, and you've got yourself a deal. As well for us, for the promise. Such mezcal had for only 5 pel in the thousands column. Hold on. Do you say third promise? The offer's changed. The saddle is going to cost you a jug of premium mezcal. Aged 3 years at least. 3 years? That stuff is valued at 10,000 pel or more. Why have you doubled the price? Because I support the man of ambition will see my business prosper. Zoralia will go to war. His cavalry will need saddles. Lots of saddles. It's nothing personal for the promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. But can't say I blame him. I'm known for championing peace, and peace is unlikely to bring in more customers. Those of our grandparents' generation remember the dark days when the clans were at war. Many of these fellow Pray for your victory, Ulclimate. The young ones, though, to them strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They think themselves safe from these horrors, and take the peace we now enjoy for granted. Still, others are unsatisfied with this quiet prosperity, and crave the future the second promise envisions. They've become obsessed with innovations like the dirigibles that have made trade swift and easy. Then you have folks like Havley convinced that the first promise's plans for conquest will afford them opportunities for great profit. What about you, Mablu? Aren't you of the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say. Oh, I was raised by on the old tales. Memorize the accounts of what it was like when Yokoi ruined that village. That's why I offered to help. I want you to become Dawn Servant, to keep our nation from going back to the way it was. Well then, guess I better make sure I win the contest. But the type of mezcal the seller wants is so very expensive. Are we expecting to need 10,000s of pelf from the outset? Nothing's changed, we just need to get on with it. I may not have the head for trade or the stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up with the piece of Tuliolel on the line. Neither will I. We will make you Dawn Servant. Aiming for that 10,000 pel jug right away brings us failure and frustration. So let's try exchanging with wool for anything even a touch more valuable. The trick is to find someone who needs alpaca wool and is willing to trade at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne, for instance. Yeah, the trailer. Although I did just buy like a whole bunch of wool, so he might not need more wool. Of course, the weaver, Bolnok was his name, I believe. Out of his way to say he agreed with my vision and he was here to buy wool. I can't remember the direction he was going, but for now let's head back to the road where we first met him. He bought a whole bunch, and he said that he got a good deal, so it wasn't like too bad for him. I wonder if we're just going to be like going down here. That village over there. 3, 2, 1. This is the spot. After Bolnok talked to us, he walked off to the south. He's probably going to Ikuvla's Inn. Most visitors to Wetchung Petlo end up staying there. We'll check, shall we? Yeah. Try not to upset the local wildlife. Heck are those? We'll find out that. Guess that's a sign for an inn. Maybe. Have that basket. There you go. Thanks. Let's see if we can turn a profit. Bolnok, I'm glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade? If I promise you wish to do business with me, I'd ask what this is all about. Well, kind of have a slight issue. hoping if you could help us. See, so the goal is to turn that basket of wool into a jug of 3-year-old premium mezcal? Then allow me to invest in your efforts. Isintral is what allows me to cross freely into the lands of my supplier. Naturally, I prefer one pledge to preserve that peace with Rome. Thus do I humbly offer you this wool poncho. A small token I pray contributes to your victory. Oh, that's fine craftsmanship. A camel like that would easily fetch 5 pel in the hundreds column. Most generous, Bolnock. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. Every faith in you, third promise. May fortune bless your future dealings. I believe you quintupled your investment with your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. Not because Sammy remembered our beaver friend. All I did was hand over the wool. That's not true. The connections you build with people are vital. This is one of those most fundamental precepts of trading, one which you've instinctively mastered. You think so? I know so. Now, let's take our 500 pel poncho and trade it for something even more valuable. Yes, Sammy, you take the poncho. If I lost it somehow, Ironville would never let me hear the end of it. I mean... no, never mind. All set, our next tale is waiting to be found. Excellent trade! Leveraging connections is a sound strategy, but we should also consider supply and demand. An individual in urgent need of a good poncho, while for more than a merchant simply looking to stock his shelves. That makes sense, but how do we know if someone needs a poncho? They aren't wearing one? That's the obvious answer, isn't it? Look for a person without a poncho and hope they're eager to buy ours. Yes, there you go. Find the demand for our supply. So where should we begin our search for prospective buyers? There are any number of places, but we could do worse than starting right here at the inn. There might be interested travellers. Who here needs a poncho? Of Mamuldja hardly wear anything to begin with. Those are probably landscouts or sellswords. Mamuldja, soldiers for living, prefer not to wear much above the waist. Hampers their movements. So even if they have bed shoulders, Mamuldja carrying arms can be struck off the list. Right, you've got a weapon and you've got a sword and shield, so not you. You've already got a poncho. You've got a weapon. You do not have a weapon from what I can see. Let's see, no coat or cloak, but also no weapon. Oh, we might have a winner. Oh there, friend. You're not a mercenary by trade, right? I was curious about your bold choice of dress, or lack thereof. Oh, it was no choice of mine, believe me. I was attacked by beasts on the way here and barely escaped with my scales intact. My coat was not so lucky. I'm actually a toolmaker from Tuliolal. I was dressed quite smartly, all the better to show the Pelou I'm a man that takes pride in his appearance, and therefore his work as well. But now look at me. Well, sir, This is your lucky day. What a splendid poncho. This would be the perfect replacement for the coat I lost. Would you be willing to part with it if you you'd like to make a trade? One of your fine tools, perhaps? What about this hatchet? I crafted it myself and will vouch for its quality. It looks sharp, the haft's well made. I value 1 pel in the thousands column. Oh, from 500 to 1000, we have deal. Wonderful. A fine garment such as this should put me on even footing with any Pelu merchant. Like the eponymous owner of Miplu's mate garden for one. My field hands use hatchets to harvest the mate. I thought impress her with the tool I sold you. No matter, I have other wares to sell. Glad I am to have met you. You hear that? We've already found our next buyer. To Miplu's mate's gun we go. Yes, but it's a fair distance on foot. We should take alpacas. These ones will be the calm type, right? Yeah. It's pretty cool when you get like little things like this. Like the last one that was kind of in a similar vein was that like Moogle quest chain. With being like a personal. It was pretty cool. Yeah, is that like a jaw down there? Like the top of the head there and then jaw. Like, slightly horrific. I love the little alpaca statues on the wall. Oh, it's great. Alright. Well done recognizing the toolmaker as a potential customer. If you mind to change professions, you make an excellent merchant. We'll get moving. You should be the one to hold on to this. Yeah, no worries. I'll hold the axe. With that, I suppose I should hop on the alpaca's Mablu. Oh, sorry, on the alpaca's Mablu so kindly provided. Ready to go? Let's mount up. Yes. And it's off to the mate's fields we go. Please don't spit, please don't spit. You'll be fine. These ones are accustomed to people. Still don't trust him. We have a knack for riding, no matter what you say. Without our alpaca friends, we Pelu would never have come traveling merchants. Imagine walking all this way across Toronto. Oh. I swear that mountain is too tall to be real. Kazon. I have to take the long way around the cliffs to get there. The highland belonging to the Yokui. I said just giving you EXP on this trip across. So, Mablu, you said you were learning about the peddler's profession. You don't care for ranch work? Oh no, I love it. I love working with alpacas. But becoming a peddler has always been a dream of mine. I'm not sure I have the talent for it. I can help you buy the taming saddle though. That'd be proof I can do this after all. In that case, you best get ready to be a merchant. we're almost there. They're yellow! Yellow! Made it without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpacas back to Ikuflo's inn, so we need to walk along the main road when we return to the village. Speaking of roads to travel, you were adopted by the Dawn Servant, weren't you? Promise. That I was. Then perhaps you understand. I was an orphan too, you see. Doubly took me in. He took in all the ranch hands, actually. All? Yes, and everyone works hard at their chores, grateful for the opportunity to repay the head ledger's generosity, yet here I am, the only one wanted to go off and be a merchant. Sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this. You need to keep trading for things for your saddle. If you're to prepare for the feat of gold. As it's mate harvesting season, they can't have too many quality hatchets. Add that to Woklamat's way with people, we should have no trouble making a favourable deal. That's Miplu herself over there. Pass the hatchet to the third promise and let's get bagning. Mare or is it Mate? I'm not sure. Have a little axe for me. There you go, friendo. Thanks. Now let's see what we can get for it. You're Miplu, the owner of these fields. Have a mind to trade if you're interested. Well, the third promise. I might be convinced to entertain a proposal. What do you have to offer? This hatchet, forged from seasoned artisan. The razor edge of this exceptional tool will make light work of your crops. The quality is acceptable, I suppose. I can offer you a large sack of mate leaves in exchange. Mate leaves is valued at £1 a 1,000 column. Same price as a hatchet. It is no closer than Mezcal. If I may, Mistress Miplu, it's harvesting season, is it not? Does not the demand for hatchets afford them a higher value? It is indeed the season, which is why I procured an ample batch of tools well in advance. No for demand in that case. Fall back on connections. With this way, a generous deal here will put you in the third promise's good graces. Surely that's worthy of consideration. Oh crap. Did not mean to do that. Right, I'm gonna do this just so I can open the chat log so I can see what was missed. Don't wish to give offence, but I must tell you that I stand with the second promise. Patience will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe, including farming, and we'll no longer have need of hatchets. I assure you that I have nothing but respect for Woklamat. That's why I'm prepared to purchase a spare hatchet at a fair price. I suppose that is fair given your reasons. We ourselves would be no better off for the transaction. How about this then? We help bring in your harvest, would you give us a better deal? Matter of fact, I would. Until Kwana's reforms come about, I always use my hands in the fields. You can go ahead and add our labour to the bargain. value to tip the scales. I've forgotten one of the most basic rules of trading. I want to see if you like my blue. Sammy and I have Mate together. Oh no, I'm helping too. Off to the fields then. And you pick the healthy leaves. I'll take 5 good bundles from each of you. Verdant leaves. Alpacas. Just standing there. Madison way. Yeah. My goofs are bad, but I don't feel bad. I wonder if I'm getting a slight frame dips just because it's, well, quite a far view distance. Got me some leaves though. Here you go. Acceptable harvest. We'll see how your companion's fed before I make a decision, so. We brought our share as well. Thank you for the promise. This is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. It's time to own the mine. After adding value of our labour to the price of the hatchet, I'm prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade Mate leaves. Remember, Mate, bother the shop, one sack of those leaves would cost no less than 5 pel in the thousands column. We can bid farewell to this hatchet. A good home. Talk the contest aside, I'm glad we could come to a mutually agreeable trade. As am I. All the best with the rest of your harvest. What's wrong? It's as I was saying before, even after everything Toby's done for me, I plan to abandon it all to become a merchant. They needed your help after forgetting the basic rule of trade. I didn't expect Toby to accept my decision then. So you intend to give up then? Can't. After getting a taste of real trading, I want to be a merchant more than ever. Just have to be honest. I seek to follow my father's footsteps, but not because he expected of me. I want to preserve Tural's peace, and become Dawn Servant happens to be the best way to do it. Live a life of your own choosing. I wouldn't be surprised if Toby held the same opinion, so talk to him. Right. Let's find out for sure than worry over what he might say. Thank you for the advice. But first, we have a saddle to buy. I would like success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. Next then. Trade the tea leaves for something halfway to 10,000 pel? No. I think we're close enough now. We go straight for the premium mezcal. talking our way into double value, eh? Think you can do it? Trust me, I'll make this trade work. I admire you for the promise. That you're holding your own against such a strong competition for the throne is inspiring. I'm really holding my own against Quen and Zoraljo? I mean, of course I am. And we'll climb out of the Don's promise after all. Just that shot, just arms folded, looking very concerned. Yes, now we need to make a 10,000 deal. That'll be fine, surely. Before we go, let me give you the Matty leaves. Don't want to risk proving Erenville's point. Okay then, our next stop is a Mezcal distillery. Okay, so I'm guessing should we choose to, we could just like teleport back. Might have been a better option. Driving past people that are, I suppose riding past people that are just like advertising this coffee. Like it has such a wonderful aroma, doesn't it? There we go, and we're back. There we go. I want to speak with a man by the name of Gubbly. Even among his fellow distillers, he is regarded as a master of his craft. He knows the value of his product, if we're convincing to convince him of to trade for twice what the leaves are worth. We're going to need targeted information, which means asking around, taking in local gossip, taking in the gossip. If you could talk to people here in the distillery, Sammy, sorry. If you could talk to people around the distillery here, Sammy, perhaps Wuklamat could do the same at the village entrance. Meanwhile, I'll head to the north side to see what I can learn. Sure. I'm a chef from... me. I'm a chef from Tuliolal. I often come here to buy Gubbly's mezcal, the finest in Tural according to my customers. He always brings a jug to our dealings. I can't handle stuff too well myself. Take small sips, not wanting to be impolite, you understand, but still end up as addled as to agree to whatever price he quotes me. It'd be nice to have less potent refreshments during our conversations. As you might have to seriously reconsider our arrangement. Gubbly might be a deft-hand at distilling, but he's no sense when it comes to appearances. Rumor has it he's been invited to the palace for business negotiations. If he presents himself to the court wearing his usual rumpled attire, though, he'll be laughed out as Sumpurge. Much I can say about Gubbly, but I can't tell you what Goblin's been saying. The day was muttering about monsters prowling around the Agave drawers. That's the field where they gather the ingredients for the mezcal. Presence has made it harder to procure said ingredients, and thus driven up the price of his product. A boon, some might argue. But it's hard to celebrate when it affects work as it does. Can't really bring joy to people if you can't make the joy. If you can't keep making the things they love. Interesting. Very interesting. This is valuable information. So, what do you find out? His fields are plagued with monsters. Oh. Make use of all those tidbits. It is as good as sealed. As for me, I know where Goblin is working. There's a millstone on the top of the slope behind the distillery. You go on ahead, I'll bring will come out. Ah, so it's up there. Pardon me. Apologies if you heard that. You have business with me, sir? Why don't we talk below so as not to distract the alpaca from his work? Now, what's this about? Keep it brief if you would. I'm a busy man. I'm in the market for a 3-year-old jug of premium mezcal. Assuming you have it on hand, that is. Ah, an excellent choice. I must warn you though, it doesn't come cheap. We don't have a pel, but we can offer a sack of mate leaves in exchange. It's top grade stuff, like the mezcal. No deal. Mate leaves are well and good, but I don't have any use for them. Deal, just like that. Still, I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't we sit a while and chat over a cup of mezcal? Now the real bargaining begins. Which of our cards do you want to play first? Go for that one. Because he's talked about drinking, so we'll go for this one. I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of your regular customers, your chief, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy mezcal, how do we might benefit from having other refreshments to offer? Something like mate tea, for instance, and brewed from finest leaves, of course. Ah, you're right. Absolutely right. I had noticed a growing reluctance on the part of my Hubigo friend, but I did not realize I myself was to blame. I must endeavour to be a better host. Still, even with that added value in mind, no sack of leaves is worth the mezcal you're after. You have to kill the monsters, causing them trouble. So yeah, give that card the past leaves till we need it. Oh god, it starts snowing. As I expect you're aware, the rite of succession is currently taking place. That's why the third promises grace us with her presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony and banquet will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it would bring your distillery immeasurable fame. Wait. Could it be that your rumoured invitation to the palace has discussed that very possibility? As a matter of fact, yes. I must admit I'm still reeling from the abruptness of it all. It would be an honour to, and it would be a great honour and opportunity if I can secure the deal. Well, I should think your exceptional mezcal would speak for itself. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared. First impressions last. You'll be wanting to be wearing your very best when you walk into Volok Shrunsa. Be ashamed to miss the chance of a lifetime simply on the proper garments. That it would. I say my garments, you have garments to offer. Something ideal for cold. We have no garments on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the next best thing. An introduction to a weaver. His name is Bolnok. His works are highly regarded in Tulio Valley. As a spotter of Wolflamat and a keen observer of palace politics, he will doubtless be happy to guide you in the selection of an outfit for this golden occasion. It certainly is a tempting proposal, and one which I should like to take full advantage of, but the scales still aren't quite balancing. Now it's time. Say, weren't there monsters running amok in their Gaffy Jaws? That's a problem we could easily solve for you. Truly? I'd be most grateful if you, for your immediate assistance. I was resigned to hiring sellswords to clear them out. Factoring that saved expense and an introduction to a trusted weaver, shaping up to be a sound bargain. Alright, you have a deal. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Give us a moment. Sammy and I will take care of these prowling nuisances. In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen up an introductory letter to Bolnok. The fields you're looking for are just north of Wachun Pill. Be safe. I do like the look of this, of it snowing there. Because it was really bright, but now the clouds have dimmed it down a lot. This is what we like to call very nice. Is this where we're going? Or is that up? I mean, is that player? Yeah, that's where we're going. That should be a Gaffy Jaws just over there. Let's go faster if we split up. Come and find me once you've finished clearing out your share of the pests. Okie dokie. Here we bring our lovely friend out. Draw our motifs. Yeah, the Pictomancer is quite strong. As demonstrated. You also get a damage buff. Just a flat 5% damage. You can also use Subtractive Palette, which so normally you go I think it's fire, air, water. Or you can press this and you get Blizzard. Yeah, Blizzard, Stone, Thunder. And doing that full combo, you got fire, air, water, or ice, stone, thunder. That'll get you a white pigment, which you can cast wholly in white, and then you cast this subtractive pigment. It'll swap a white pigment to a black pigment, so you can cast Comet in black instead. Compared to the creatures I hunted with Papa, this was no challenge at all. Come on, let's head back to the distillery. All that's left is to give Marble the sack of leaves so she can seal the deal. I might need to do something about this view distance. Is there a thing for view distance? How's about we don't do that? I'm not a fan of depth of field. But effectively, so no. As is. Sorry about that. Off. Yeah, that'll be fine. Those monsters are no trouble for you, it seems. If I could just have the sack of leaves. Thank you for looking after our precious trading goods. Once the problem has been resolved, Master Googly. Here are the Monte leaves and the written introduction to Volnok. As promised. The deal is done. Here, your drug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years. Please accept it with my compliments. Yes, finally have the mezcal. Good work, especially you, Mablu. It's one that inspired me to come this far, I promise, but let's not celebrate until we have the saddle in hand. Mablu, is it? We have a hard bargain, young peddler. I look forward to doing business with you in the future. Thank you, but truth be told, I'm just a ranch hand for now. Should I ever become a proper merchant, though, I'll be back to strike more deals with you. Yeah. So, even at the palace, I don't think I've held 10,000 pel jug of anything before. Vince won't stop shaking. Hey, you better hold on to this until we get to the saddle maker. Can you imagine if we'd dropped in that start over again? Luckily, half this place is not far. We just need to head across the plaza. This is the trade we've been working towards. A quality jug of mezcal you received in trade for a premium mate leaf. Introduction letter, and the swift culling of hostile pests, with 10 million pel in thousands column. Well, 10 pel in the thousands column. I don't know. Phew, still one piece. Right, time to make a deal. Bill's ready, saddler. Brought your precious mezcal. Wait, you actually got your hands on the drug? Paid nothing, a few measly clumps of wool. What we had was an aspiring treasure? An aspiring trader with a gift for negotiation. Though I'd sooner need no claimant but Zeralja, I cannot go against the guiding principles of Pelopillo. Principles of the... I can speak. Trade's a fair one. I'll craft your saddle for the promise. Great! Stay here and wait if you like. I have all the prerequisite materials. So this won't take long. Your commission is ready. Catching a wild alpaca is never a simple affair, but you'll at least have an easier time with one of my saddles. Now, if you don't mind, I have other work that needs finishing. I can taste that smooth mezcal already. We did it! The saddle's ours! To think we started out with only 100 pel basket of alpaca wool. Mablu, you are going to be an incredible merchant. Thank you. Makes me so glad to hear you say that, Third Primus. We got what we came for, so let's return to the ranch. The others will be waiting. Yeah. I'll prep these in case we get into another fight. Oh yeah, you can prep them out of combat just like insta-cast, but if you're in combat it has to cast time. You've acquired the saddle. Yes, and no small part thanks to Mablu. Before you rush off to catch an alpaca though, let me teach you how to saddle one. Bring out one of our wild-born friends so you can practice. I know. Something I need to learn. Got battle music kicking in. It's sunken gods, I did it! Now they seem bothered, much less inclined to spit, as if it was completely accepting of Volclamat's touch. Because of the singular scent with which the saddle has been coated, alpacas find it very soothing. Yeah, I've taken a good long look at one of you before, but you're kind of cute. You're just noticing that now. Zeralja, he's back. Got a shiny one, of course I did. I've done exactly what he set out to do. The alpaca he's brought, is it just me, or is it glowing? What tells of such a beast? They say that golden alpaca lives in a solitary existence deep in the valley, where it shuns the company of both man and its own kind. Managed to snare a prize like that? A beast knows its betters. Faced with overwhelming strength, it would yield rather than risk death. An apt illustration of how greatly the power of the first promise exceeds yours, Woklamad. And alone one within our father's throne. Up the one to find the golden city, and then Toral can remain at peace. An everlasting desire for peace can only be forged in the fires of war. Unite as one. The people must be taught. They must suffer the horror and hopelessness firsthand. Exhaustion from a prolonged conflict. The wages of war's merciless nature. These are what moved the clans to join in the founding of Tuliolal all those years ago. To the young generation of this village. Since birth they have basked in unbroken harmony, and behold, they regard war not as tragedy, opportunity. Thus does the resilient son seek to provide education, offers much needed lessons in the reality of conquest, the renewed appreciation for peacetime. True that war's misery breeds a longing for peace. I've seen with my own eyes what becomes of an empire forged through the violence you propose, the rebellions it spawned, and the ruins it left behind. The Gallian Empire was a congregation of simpletons. The oppressed fought back against their oppressors, as well they should. Men are not beasts. Only a fool would seek to rule over all with the threat of force alone. This is why Golud Jaja did not elevate Mamulja, where he treated all clans with equal respect. However, the first promise has his gaze fixed upon the more distant horizons. He would unite not only Tuliolal, but the star in its entirety. What? Why? I need not explain myself to you. Oh, well done indeed. The first promise has completed the feat of gold with an appropriately golden flourish. May I present you your much-deserved keystone? He's always been like that, never sharing his innermost thoughts with me, or even Kwana. Family. I'll ponder Zoralja and his mysteries later. Right now, I need to think about finishing the feat of gold. I have my saddle, I've practiced how to use it, so they don't dwell the wild alpacas roam. At the valley of Orankanka, it's northwest of here. Come on everyone, if we can't enter ourselves, we can at least we can see Woklamad off on her hunt. Aye. Yeah, it's been so long since I've spoken for an extended period of time. My words are just failing me. that. Oh. Cool, cool. Let's find that one. Alright. Haha! Woohoo!
Good luck there, Promise!
Thanks. I'll need it. Truth be told, still not sure about alpacas. I'd rather not go near one if I can help it. But if I'm to rule this nation, then I'll need to learn how to live with them. Tural is their home too. Right. I'm off.
So, shall we head back to the ranch, or...?
I'm staying here.
As will I. Wooklamart is alone in this. The least we can do is stand watch and await her return.
It may be a while yet. Help me pitch the tent.
I do appreciate the little thing that Wooklamart and Erenville have going on. Kind of funny.
Trust a gleaner to come prepared for anything.
What's a gleaner?
Someone whose job it is to travel the world and procure uncommon things for their employers. Erenville specializes in finding animals, I believe.
But aren't you a Shitona from Shaktural? Why did you cross the salt?
When I was much younger, the thought of leaving Tural never even occurred to me. But then, some years ago, my mentor tasked me with a difficult hunt. Something I could never find, she said, so long as I clung to the familiar. She suggested that I leave home, leave Tural, and join the Gleaners of Sharlayan. As one of their number, I could experience the world, immerse myself in myriad cultures and customs, see the many faces of nature. And once I had learned what is truly important, I would find that which I seek. My younger self took those words to heart, and off I went to become a gleaner.
Her words alone moved you to leave behind everything you'd ever known? You must have great respect for your mentor.
As it happens, gleaner work was much to my liking, and I all but forgot why I had pursued it in the first place. Yet, events conspired to put me back on the trail I'd abandoned.
Wait, are you saying you were tasked with finding the City of Gold?
I was. And though my hunt is now entangled with the right of succession, I mean to see it through.
Well then, I understand completely. We all have our reasons for seeking the Golden City. Which is all the more reason for us to work together.
Just so.
She should have been back by now. What if something's happened to her? We need to tell Tobli and arrange a search party.
Wait. Do you hear that?
did it!
You're utterly spent, and small wonder.
Well done, Third Promise.
The ranch isn't going anywhere. Take a rest in the tent.
I think I will. Thank you all for believing in me.
Did great. Might took all night. Great. I believe the Third Promise came back to us safely. The alpaca she tamed is a healthy looking beast. Well, this will be enough to satisfy the feet of gold. Look at that silver piece. That still seems a bit unsteady on the feet. How they're surprising after she spent the night chasing alpacas. Oh, we'll melt this away fatigue like magic though. ATT. I'll run to the ranch and get a pot brewing. Now you take your time. You'll be ready when you arrive. As Mablu so wisely suggested, we should set a slow pace for our exhausted Third Promise. Not me though. I'm running back. Yeah. I'm not running. I'm teleporting. Much quicker. 500, okay. Actually, I think that's like the highest price one, except for the like 10,000 gil one. I don't know. Wait, no, they're like 2.5k ones, or am I thinking like... I might be thinking of thingies. The clear diamond material. Came back ahead of the others, did you? I should hurry along with the tea then. Willamette can't be that far behind. Oh, that tea really is magical. I feel better already. I see you've become more comfortable around our fuzzy friends. Watching this one taught me a lot about alpacas. Grasses and fruits they eat, what sounds they react to. Adorable little quirks. Yet I'm kind of fond of them. Welcome back, Third Promise. Accomplished the feat of gold, have you? Yes, there's no mistake in the Valley Alpaca. I commend you on your success. Well done. Yes, we did it. I just noticed that the pots that they got on the table have got like a little pattern around it. Although I couldn't find a shiny one like Saralja did. I'd be surprised if you had. Golden alpacas are born once every few decades. They're elusive, solitary creatures that are rarely seen, much less captured, thanks to their innate physical and magical gifts. Only a single other person is known to have caught one before, that being Gloomjaja himself. Papa was chasing alpacas too? That my grandfather's stories say. Yeah, like I was trying to say, the jug and the cups have like little alpacas on them. I love it. Absolutely love it. was before the founding of Tuliolel, in a time when mountain giants, the Yokui, held our people in thrall. Compelled by their overlords, our forebears would ride alpaca mounts to the highlands to deliver gifts of food and other tributes. Wretched days to hear grandfather tell it. Then came the young Galulajaja, yet unburdened by the mantle of Dawn Servant. Our people were amazed by this imposing two-headed figure, equal to the Yokui in stature, also by his entourage of mismatched companions. Some trembled in fear, believing new conquerors had come. Yet Galulajaja showed no such inclinations. He sat and spoke with us, sipping from cups of mate tea we offered him. Somber when he learned of our plight. None could have anticipated that what their ancestor decided to do next. Galulajaja ascended the cliffs to face the giants and freed Pelopelo from the Yokui's subjugation. Then he turned an appraising eye upon our riders and proposed that we take the road to peddle our beverages. It just seemed obvious for one who travelled as he did, intent on fostering amity between clans. It was a few words from Galulajaja transformed us into a clan of itinerant merchants. I heard the bond pepper forged with the Pelopelo spoken of in, that way before. Saga is not so detailed. And you may not know Galulajaja, so it's a sure-footed guide for his trek on the highlands. Thus did he capture a golden alpaca. So, both my brother and father caught the rarest of creatures. Well, an ordinary one was the best I could. The feat required no more than that, said Promise. You brought back a perfectly wonderful beast. It's staring at you, right? Just standing there. Menacingly! That was right. A perfectly wonderful beast. If anyone's ordinary, it's me. Not only did you accomplish the feat of gold, you also made many trades, brought joy to many people in the true Pelopelo fashion. I sorely doubt your sibling could have achieved the same result. I'm proud of the accomplishments which earned you your keystone. Yeah, take the gummy. Try not to eat it though. It's been sat in my pocket for 6 weeks. So this is what they look like. Go on, set in a tablet. It was me, you know. I did the thing. Perfect fit. At least 6 more. You're well on your way, said Promise. We'd have been lost without you, Mablu. Thanks to you, I learned so much about the Pelo people and your customs. It might seem obvious, but I've come to realize the importance of properly knowing something. Because I didn't understand alpacas, I was uncomfortable around them. I'm thankful to you as well, local man. You gave me the courage to say what I wasn't sure I could ever say. Father! Probably I want to leave the ranch to become a merchant. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I've loved every minute of caring for the alpacas. But this is something I need to do. I need to walk my own path and make my own trades. As your parent, allow me to say one thing. I've always tried to give my wards lives filled with as much happiness as I can provide. Yet never once have I wanted to be that the only happiness you knew. You have my blessing to walk any path you choose, my blue. It gladdens me to hear that you found your calling, found a calling you wish to pursue with such passion. You'll make an exceptional peddler, I'm sure of it. Thank you, totally. What did I tell you, my blue? There's one last thing I can help you with, I promise. Find the Golden City, right? That's the end goal. And I suggest you talk to the Yokoli. It's ruled over far more than Urkapacha or the Pelu Pelu. 1,000 years ago, they were the overlords of Yogg-Toroa and all of its peoples. During that era, the Pelu Pelu were commanded to search for a city of gold. They were at every corner of the continent, but never found any trace of that fabled place. But you didn't find anything. What could the Yokoi have to tell us? They may not have found it. The fact they thought to look for it at all makes me curious. Perhaps there's value in delving how the legend originated. Nothing from asking the questions. Besides, if we're determined to follow the path of the saga, visiting the giants eventually. That seems like a level 95 kind of thing. Oh, Ryle, I have a question I've been meaning to ask since we finished with the feed. Where did you acquire that earring? Earring? Do you recognize it? Yes, pieces like that first became fashionable in Yogg-Toroa about 20 years ago. Since then, it's become common to wear one as a charm for safe travel. Years ago, right about the time my grandfather made his journey. Yet the Dawn 7 implied the earring was connected to the Golden City in some way. It was more to its significant than simple fashion. I want to know how it first came to be crafted. Could try to find out, seeing as it's a regular seller for many merchants. Learn about it myself. Appreciate that very much, thank you. Feet first into the peddler business, eh, Mabro? Gotta be done. Right then, let's head back to Tuliyollal and get ready to search for the next Elector. Sorry about that. Farewell for now. Thanks for all your help. I will become Dawn Servant. So make sure you set aside that your best mezcal for the occasion. There's a fearsome opponent in that brother of hers. Even brought a golden alpaca to heal. We have heard Zaraja's support his dog. They might see an opportunity in his expansionist ambitions, but they find the man himself intimidating, terrifying even. As I've grown to love Wuklamad, everyone she meets will come to love her too, and that's why she'll win the throne. Might be right, Mablu. Might be right. good to have the feet of gold safely under our belt. Even if my victory pales beside Zoralja, this shiny golden alpaca. I know I shouldn't let it bother me, and I know you've all been so supportive, but I want to be strong, or wise like my brothers. I promise that people respect. Which is not likely if I stand here carrying on and on about things. Let's move on to Zbaliev Dje. With us, the contest has hardly begun. Right. To the Ola. How long have we been going? About 2 hours, right. We'll hand this quest in. Oh, I was just handing the quest. Yeah, we'll hand this quest in. I'll take a short break. We'll start up again. I just thought you're gonna have like the perfect example of how long this is taking me just from the timer up here. Timer. Clock, Sam. Clock. Timer. And just like that, we found the Electra and won our first keystone. I knew I was right to trust your instincts. Come on, keep moving, and march onwards towards Kozama Uka. And so good we'll find the Electra there as well. But before we do anything, however, we should see what your patient Hanu friend has to say. I'm pretty sure that was someone just then called Leela Stitch. Yeah, I can see the name up there, yeah. Right, so that's going to be the end of this part. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall catch you next time. Bye now.